Welcome to the Radical Responsibility Revolution podcast. This is where we are transforming lives, inspiring you to reclaim your health, your wealth, and the power of your mind. Here we share actionable insights, inviting you to turn inwards and design your life of purpose and abundance. Welcome back to another episode of Radical Responsibility Revolution. This is a place where feminine power meets truth, where we stop blaming the world and start reclaiming our power. And today, we're going somewhere really, really deep because I need to ask you something. Have you ever noticed how some people say they want more money, but the second money starts to come in, they sabotage the opportunity. They overspend. They procrastinate or undercharge if you're in business. Hide. Stop paying attention. Panic. Oh my gosh. Or they shrink down and avoid. Or, this is a big one, create another emergency so the money just drains away. Or, I love this one, suddenly decide they don't really care about money anyway. That's never been the truth for anybody, but okay. And maybe, just maybe, you've actually done this. So I wrote a book about it. It's called Your Money Story. So I want you to listen really carefully today. That's not about laziness. It's not about a lack of intelligence. And it's not because the universe forgot your address. It's because there are hidden money blocks in you, hidden identities, hidden emotional patterns running quietly underneath the surface of your life. And they're running the show because we let them. And if we don't bring those patterns into the light, they will continue running the show. So today, we're going beyond fluffy manifestation quotes. We're going beyond just think positive, raise your vibration. Or the one I love so much, say this affirmation 47 times while standing on one leg facing east. No, stop all that. We're talking about this thing called nervous system safety. We're going to talk about money trauma because it's a real thing. We're going to talk about your inherited beliefs, feminine energy, shame, which is huge when it comes in the space of finances, family conditioning, my favorite, self-worth, and radical responsibility, because it's up to us to make these shifts. Because healing your relationship with money changes everything in your life. Everything, not just your bank account, your health, your relationships, your confidence, absolutely your nervous system. And it also shifts your ability to receive. And then you experience joy because it's infecting your joy right now and your peace. And honestly, most women don't have a money problem. You have a safety problem. So let's talk about what that looks like. The first thing is money is never just money. Money is an energy, so it's just a symbol. This symbolic thing called money, it becomes in your mind your safety, your freedom, your love, whether or not you have approval in the world. It's connected to your survival, to how you belong in community, to the significance of how you are in the world. And then it also impacts the power that we feel within. And this is why women can act completely irrational around money, because it's all tied up over all these things. Not because you're stupid, but because your nervous system is responding emotionally, not logically. So here's an example. A woman, when she undercharges for her services, It's not because she doesn't know her value. It's because deep down she fears if I charge more, people won't like me, or some version of that. You could have another woman make more money than she ever has and somehow spend it immediately. Car repairs, random Amazon packages, helping everybody else. I got to give it away. Suddenly deciding she deserves a treat, retail therapy. And she says, I don't know where it went. But subconsciously, the money didn't feel safe to hold on to because of all that underlying consciousness. Another woman keeps taking courses, reading books, watching podcasts, but never actually launches her business. Why? Because visibility feels unsafe. Success in her world feels unsafe. And somewhere deep down, she believes if I become powerful, I will be judged. That is a big one. You see what's happening here? Money is activating your identity. And most women are trying to solve emotional patterns with a budgeting app or a budgeting apron. I love that. Now, don't misunderstand me. Budgets matter. Financial literacy matters. All of those things matter. But if your nervous system associates money with fear, you are going to sabotage abundance over and over and over and over again. Unconsciously, yes, but let's go a little bit deeper. One of the biggest hidden money blocks women carry is this: money is bad. It's all over everywhere right now. Maybe consciously you don't think that, right? But you do underneath. Emotionally, energetically, subconsciously, you probably do. And women especially carry this one hard because many of us were taught sacrifice equals goodness. Yay. Suffering equals holiness. Burnout equals worthiness. And exhaustion equals love. Somewhere along the way, women were taught that suffering made them virtuous. Big lie. They learned that struggling made them noble, that giving every ounce of themselves away made them good women. And then we wonder why women feel guilty receiving. Gee, golly gosh, I wonder why. We wonder why women apologize for charging, why they feel uncomfortable wanting luxury, and why women say, oh, I don't care about money, while secretly lying awake at night, stressed out of their minds. And then there's the spiritual guilt. Oh, honey, the spiritual community has done a number on women because now women think wanting wealth is shallow. Desiring luxury is low vibration. Being successful means you're not spiritual. Rich people are greedy. Feminine women should be selfless martyrs floating around in linen pants, drinking moon water. No offense to the linen pants. I have a good linen pant. But come on. Money itself is neutral. Did you hear that? Money itself is neutral. Money amplifies who you already are. That's all. A generous person with money becomes more generous. A loving person with money becomes more impactful. A conscious woman with resources can change entire bloodlines. So, this idea that money itself is evil, nonsense, bullshit. What becomes dangerous is unconsciousness, greed, power without integrity, trauma without awareness. Money just magnifies what's already there. So we have to see what's already there. You have to become aware. So let's talk about something most people completely overlook: money trauma. And yes, money trauma is real. Some women have experienced more nervous system stress around money than around relationships. And if you grew up with foreclosure, bankruptcy, parents fighting over bills, scarcity, shut-off notices, evictions, food insecurity, humiliation, financial instability, your body learned something. It learned money equals danger. So now every bill triggers panic. Every investment feels terrifying. Every financial risk feels unsafe. Every conversation about money activates that shame. And maybe you became hyper independent, controlling, raising my hand, raising my hand. Maybe you became avoidant, obsessive, numb, overworking, and terrified of rest. I've had all of them. I understand completely because those money stories run deep. And it's not because you're broken. It's because your body, which is where your nervous system is, adapted. And your nervous system is still reacting to money like it's 1997, mine 1973. Like you're still that little girl hearing, we can't afford it. Or watching your mother cry. Or hearing your father scream about bills. Or feeling embarrassed when the card gets declined at the store. Or promising yourself, when I grow up, I'll never live like this. And then, ironically, you recreate the same emotional energy in adulthood. Not intentionally, but because it became familiar. It's downloaded in your body, and familiar feels safe, even when it hurts. So this one is huge. Many women unconsciously stay small to stay emotionally connected to family. Whew, that's deep. Because sometimes the fear is not, what if I fail? The fear is, what if I outgrow everyone? What if they resent me? What if they judge me? What if they call me selfish? What if they say I changed? This is a bad one. What if they feel uncomfortable around me? And what if they accuse me of thinking I'm better? So what do women do? They dim themselves. They shrink. They under-earn. They stay exhausted. Or they overgive. Because unconsciously, subconsciously, belonging feels safer than expansion. And honestly, this is one of the deepest feminine wounds that I see. Women abandoning themselves for acceptance. So many women are not afraid of failure. They are afraid of becoming too powerful to stay and remain accepted, acceptable. That'll preach right there. And here's the truth. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to become wealthy. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to become resourced. You are allowed to become the cycle breaker. And if someone becomes uncomfortable with your growth, that discomfort belongs to them, not you. So let's connect this to feminine energy and frequency because that's what I talk about. Because your body is broadcasting your frequency all the time. Your nervous system is constantly rehearsing either abundance or survival. It's all there is. So begin to look at your daily patterns. Are you constantly checking your bank account? Are you doom scrolling economic collapse videos? Are you joking, I'm broke all day? I'm broke. Are you panic spending? Are you apologizing for your prices? The big one that women do, are you overworking? And the really big one is, are you saying yes when you mean no? Are you terrified to rest? These are not random behaviors. These are energetic rehearsals of your energy. Your nervous system is either practicing overflow or practicing panic. That's it. Which one are you practicing? And women cannot sustainably create abundance while living in chronic stress, resentment, hypervigilance, burnout, and self abandonment. You cannot create abundance from that energetic space. So, this is why I teach feminine energy the way that I do. Not because it's cute, not because it's trendy, because the female body was not designed for endless cortisol and overdrive. You cannot create overflow while constantly broadcasting emergency, emergency. So let's make this practical. I want you to ask yourself, how would the version of you say it's me, who already feels safe with money, live? Ask yourself, how would you say, how would she walk? How would I speak? How would I dress? How would I rest? How would I set boundaries? How would I price my services? How would I handle conflict if I was safe? How would I invest? How would I spend? How would I receive? How would I nourish my body? How would I start my morning? And more importantly, what would you no longer tolerate if you felt in that safety zone to receive? That's the really big one. That question changes lives because abundance is not just about adding more. A lot of times it's just about removing what constantly drains you because there's so many ways that happens. So let me say something important before we close. Healing your money story does not mean sitting on your couch, manifesting checks while ignoring your bills. Okay? Let's not get weird. This is where radical responsibility comes in. You still need courage, action, boundaries, consistency, leadership, skill development, honesty, emotional maturity. Those things are what you become and you begin to focus on a daily basis. You still have to become the woman capable of holding this abundance. And you do it by incorporating those aspects and traits. That matters. Because frequency without action is delusion. It just is delusion. And action without alignment is burnout. It's busyness. We need both in harmony. And this is why gratitude matters. This is why your nervous system healing matters. This is why boundaries matter. And this is why self-worth matters. Because the woman who feels safe receiving moves differently. So if today's episode stirred something inside of you, good. That means we touch something real. Because you are not broken. You are simply patterned. And patterns can change. Your nervous system can heal. Your relationship with money can heal. Your body can learn safety around money. Because receiving is natural. Abundance is normal. And maybe for the first time in your life, You stop treating money like an enemy and start seeing it as a tool that allows you to love bigger, to serve bigger, to heal deeper, and to live more fully. Because, my beautiful soul, the world does not need more exhausted women proving their worth through struggle. Nope, we don't need any more. The world needs resourced women, healthy women, powerful women, grounded women, wealthy women with good hearts. And maybe, just maybe, that woman is you. So until our next episode, remember, everything is always working in your favor. Always. So feel good about your life. It starts with gratitude. Gratitude is the gateway. See you on the other side.